move on to Scandal, Vanderpump Rules. Okay. Bill, thank you. Thank you, Bill. This is the thing. Let's talk about the scandal of it all. I'm tired. I'm tired. Does anybody else have scandal fatigue? Like, I'm tired. I'm really tired. Like, I get it. Tom Sandoval is horrible for what he did. Like, maniacal, narcissistic, weirdo, misogynistic, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I get it. I get it. Rachel, Fatal Attraction, boiling bunnies in her spare time. Also very cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and dead wrong. No remorse. Very, very scary. Okay. Ariana, I'm happy she's having her glow up. White House Correspondents' Dinner, Bloomingdale's gig, her TV gig, her movie, all that stuff. I'm happy she's glowing up. But right now I'm kind of just like, enough is enough with Sandoval. It's like spotted at pizza shop. Raquel and Tom not looking happy. It's like it's just, I got it. I get it. It's enough. And as much as I love Ariana, and I'm team Ariana, and I'm very supportive in her glow up, and I'm really, really happy for her, it's not like she cured cancer. And then again, this might be an unpopular opinion. Y'all might be mad at me for this. But I'm like, it's not like Ariana saved babies out of a burning house. Like, I get it. What she did was horrible. She did the same thing. She did the same thing to Kristen, just on a lesser scale. But she did the same exact thing. She was drinking Tom Sandoval's Kool-Aid. She was, having sex with Tom Sandoval when he was in a relationship with another woman. She gaslit and badmouthed Kristen, while he was with her. She fought against all the other girls. Same exact thing. Now, I understand and I appreciate the depth and the level and the nuance and the difference of this situation. At this point, Tom and Ariana were like 9, almost 10 years deep. They have a $2-3 million house together. They're in business together. Rachel was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and was rocking in Ariana's face like she was her bestie. And then they did that really weird stuff with like the Halloween and all of that stuff. Like, I totally get it. They took that stuff to like a totally different, deeper level. I totally get it. I totally get it. But enough. I want her to continue to heal and be happy and to glow up and have all of her opportunities in the world. But I'm kind of just like, there are like single mothers out there who partners leave them and their children behind. Like, it's just, I'm kind of like, I get it. If that makes sense. And then also, now watching all the clips come out from this season and watching the episodes, it's giving, I don't think that because there was this whole rumor going around that it was just a big publicity stunt and it was all fake. I don't think that's true. I think it's all real. I don't think it was a publicity stunt. I think it was all real. I think everything we're seeing is real and what really went down and what really happened. Do I think everybody was blindsided? No. Do I that producer James guy came out and was like, yeah, like we had inklings, but nobody had proof. You know what I mean? I don't think that's fake. Where I think they're doing a little bit of not a misstep, because I understand it. It's that I think now, and I'm going to play a clip so you guys can see what I'm saying. I'll explain it, then I'll play the clip and then we can talk about it. But now with everything that's going on it's coming off scripted and it's coming off fake in the upcoming episodes and like the preview episodes. Not because I think it's fake and not because I do think certain parts are scripted now, but not because I think it's fake. I think it's scripted now because I think what they're doing is a thing called inserts. I think when they pick the cameras back up, I think they are now, or they have filmed, pickup shots and insert shots to enhance the Easter eggs, to pull the narrative of the whole Tom and Raquel thing. I don't think that initially they edited the season to go in the way of Tom and Raquel having an affair. I think they went back and now they've shot new scenes and now they're putting together new things and they've taken the footage they've had to now carry that narrative with the Easter eggs, if that makes sense. So I don't think it's fake. I think the reason why it's coming across fake is because of the insert scenes that they're doing in order to now have the drama be around Tom and Raquel. And I'm going to play this clip and I'm going to tell you why. Another reason why I think that after we play the clip, but let me know if you guys catch it. Okay, here we go.
Sandoval. By the way, you know Raquel slept at Sandoval's that night, right?
How do you know about this?
Because Katie called me last night, and she was
Katie knows?
Yes.
So let's get this straight. A few days ago, Katie was at Villa Rosa working on sandwiches, while Ariana was back home at her grandmother's funeral.
I love it.
They're tasting sandwiches when Ken walks out and drops the mother of all gossip bombs.
I can't believe that Tom Sandoval had Raquel over when Ariana's away.
I know.
In the jacuzzi as well.
What?
And she stayed all night, yeah?
I know.
Are you lying?
I believe that.
Are you spreading rumors?
Marky, come on.
How does he know?
I told him earlier.
But what do you know?
Raquel was late because she was hungover.
The day before, Lisa is doing a tasting for the new menu at Sir when Raquel rolls up an hour and a half late.
Hi. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I'm late.
Tell me why you're late. Sit down here. I want to hear why you're late.
I overslept.
Overslept?
I stayed up late. I went back to Tom's place and we went in the jacuzzi with Schwartz.
Oh, so you were in with both of them?
Just you three? Yeah.
Where did you stay last night?
At Sandoval's. Nothing happened though. Like, it's not
Doesn't
like...
matter whether anything happened. It's just the fact that you
I
were
know
there.
it looks bad. I know. It was just easier to sleep on the couch and stay the night.
Y'all know Lisa, she can sniff bullshit from a mile away. So of course, she calls Sandoval.
Hello, you.
Hey.
I'm calling you because Raquel has just shown up here, an hour and a half late, looking like a bag of And then she says she got so wasted last night and ended up spending the night at your house. That's not funny.
We hung out for a little bit, just literally dipped out. Like, it's, I don't know, like, actually, she left early.
Hold on a second. So she didn't stay the night?
I said she dipped out, which is true. She dipped out.
What does dipped out mean?
Dipped out means she left.
She left. She booked.
No. She did stay the night. So did she spend the night at your house?
I mean, look, like...
No, did she or not? Yes or no?
Yes. But, like, dude, like...
I'm not dude.
Dude, I have people crash at my house.
Okay, you guys, okay. Now we can watch it again in a little bit, but I want to go through a couple of things and see if y'all caught this, okay? Now, this is what I think. I think that the Lisa and the Ken and the Katie and their beautiful housekeeper or chef, whoever that additional woman is, I think that scene was shot after everything broke. I think that scene shot after everything broke. I think the scene when Lisa is on the phone with Sandoval and Schwartz is in the car, I think that was already shot. I think what also was already shot was when what's her face, Rachel, walks in an hour and a half late. I think that was already shot. I think that Lala and James Kennedy talking about it, I think that was a reshoot after everything happened. So I think those two scenes, Lala and James, happening to have this sit down. Oh, did you know that Tom and Raquel spent the night together? Oh, Katie knows. I think that was a complete insert in order to buffer up, to strengthen up the whole new narrative and the new storyline that's going to lead to Tom and Raquel. And then I also think the whole kitchen scene was set up. I think Lisa and Ken want to make sure that they are inserted into the drama with Sandoval. Do you know what I mean? I think that they both, as they should, it's called Vanderpump Rules, right? So I think that Lisa and Ken both want to make sure that they are inserted. And I also think that Lisa wants to cut, and I love LVP. This is just strategy. It's not a slight to her. It's brilliant. I would actually do the same if I was her. I think she also wants to create the narrative that like she knew, she had the intuition. It's Lisa, nothing gets past Lisa. That's why you have Lala, with her, copy that she's reading, her voiceover being like, nothing gets past Lisa. So then Lisa calls and blah, 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 blah. Like that whole bit to me was so obviously inserts and reshoots in order to have them now go with the narrative around Tom and Raquel. I don't think that prior to them finding out, that was the storyline they were going with. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Another reason, and I think that, and to me, the biggest tell in that whole situation was this, and let me know if you caught this, okay? This was the biggest tell. When Rachel says that she slept over Tom Sandoval's, she says that Short was there too, right? And she's the first person to say, oh, but nothing happened, right? Oh, but nothing happened. And they're like, yeah, well, still, it's weird that you were there, right? Okay, keep that in mind. That's what they said. Then when Lala is like, oh, I think Sandoval has something for Raquel because she slept over, blah, 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 to James. Obviously, Raquel also knows that Shorts was there and or spent the night. How come in the clips we saw, their default is to say, well, what's going on with Sandoval and Raquel? When wasn't the narrative that there was something going on? I mean, and by in real time, I mean in the timeline of the show that we're watching with our two eyes, wasn't the narrative that Rachel and Schwartz had something going on? So in my logical brain, if I'm sitting there, particularly if I'm Katie, my default in my brain isn't going to be, did something happen between Rachel and Sandoval? My default is going to be, did something happen between you and Schwartz? Because that is what the narrative was. Katie lost her damn mind when Rachel and Schwartz hooked up at Sheena's wedding, which was literally 1 or 2 episodes ago, right? Like last episode, right? So how come no one's default question, or at least a question, is, did Rachel hook up with Schwartz when she stayed the night? Because she said her, Schwartz, and Sandoval went back to Sandoval's, aka Ariana's house, and went into the hot tub, and she stayed the night. Me, if I had no idea that she was hooking up with Sandoval, my first response would be, did you hook up with Schwartz? You see what I'm saying? So that to me was the biggest red flag, where I was just like, okay, I get it, producers. I get what you're doing. You are going out, and I think they're called inserts, where you go and you shoot a scene and then you insert it into the rest of the scenes in order to push a certain narrative or push a certain storyline that you want to go. You insert that into it. I get it. But again, 1-800-BRAVO, ding, 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 ding. Hi, executive producers or just producers. If you need someone to help you with a thing called continuity, because the storyline needs to make continual sense, give Candy Washington a call, because it made no sense. It made no sense. It makes sense in light of what we know now. It does not make sense in the timeline that we're actually watching on the show. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's very clear to me that the two scenes that were shot after the fact and then inserted was the one in the kitchen with Ken and Katie, and then the one with Lala and James. And they totally skipped like what happened with, Rachel, Raquel wanting to be with Schwartz and all of that stuff. Like, even though they're like, oh, I guess we're just friends, dap it up, stupid stuff. If I hear that Raquel has slept over at Sandoval's and Schwartz is there, given the timeline that we're actually in with the show, logically, the next question should be, did Raquel hook up with Schwartz? Not, did something happen with Raquel and Sandoval? See what I'm saying? So I don't think that it's fake. I think it's just editing, inserts, them trying to push the new narrative, the new storyline. I don't think that Sandoval was, a publicity stunt. I don't think that it's fake or anything like that. It's just coming across very, in my personal opinion, obvious what they're doing. And I get it. That's their job. They just could have done it with a little bit more continuity and logic so we don't see the work. The work is showing. Because I was like, why are they all saying Rachel and Sandoval? We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet, right? So that's, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what is showing. And then I think that is what subconsciously is making us go, is this fake? Did you know? Blah, 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 blah. But no, I don't think it's fake. I just think it is, I'll say sloppy. I don't think lazy. I just think not even sloppy, because I think they're doing the best they can, right? They're doing the pickup shots, they're doing their insert shots, they're trying to, get the Easter eggs in there. They're trying to get everything to go in. They're doing the best they can. I'm just confused how nobody pre-watched this and said, wait a minute, Houston, we have a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. yeah. And I think the reason why Sandoval's trying to lie, like, oh, no, she dipped out early, because I do think that scene was already shot. Because this is the thing. I think the scene where Rachel comes in an hour and a half late, and the scene where LVP calls Schwartz and Sandy because they're both in the car together, I think that was already recorded, because that is how they knew to give those lines to Ken. Do you see what I'm saying? So they took that information and they said, oh, Ken needs a cameo this season. Ken needs some lines, okay? Ken needs some lines. Let's give these lines to Ken Todd. And then that's the lines they gave to Ken. Ken got up and said, what do I have to say? Oh, can you believe blah, blah, blah. Okay, where are the dogs? Like, Ken could not be bothered. But Lisa Vanderpump was like, I need some screen time, and I need my husband to get some screen time. Give us some lines, right? So I think all of that was true. But I don't think they ran through that storyline in the beginning, because they may have sensed it, but they didn't know it. See what I'm saying? Whew, that was a lot, you guys. I'm dropping the link in case anybody wants to come up and hang out and talk. No pressure, but you can come on up. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. All right. Barbara says, I agree with you 100%, because I could see what's going on. So I find it hard to believe the people that worked with them didn't see what we're seeing now. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think they saw it, and I think they probably speculated, but I don't think it was solidified. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was confirmed until everything blew up. Because it is kind of like, everybody kind of knows when someone's being cheated on, but nobody like really says it to the person's face, unfortunately. I think it's kind of one of those things. I think production knew way more than what they're saying that they knew now. They're probably trying to make sure they keep their jobs. You know, they if a producer comes out and is just like, "Oh, you guess what?" you know, we knew the entire time, surprise, they're probably going to get fired for that. Hey, Jacob.
Hi.